It's Katie Lee, and this is Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast, a replay of today's full show. On today's show, we talk about yard work, weed eating, deadly ramen, and some issues in Idaho agriculture. Thanks for listening. Catch the show every weekday from 2 to 7 p.m. And enjoy Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast. Z103, it's Katie Lee. Okay, so one of my favorite things to do is yard work. I know that sounds really stupid, but it is the most satisfying thing to do. I'm not somebody that likes to go home immediately and watch TV. I used to be that way, but not anymore. I have a yard to take care of, and last night I did a very nasty, dirty job that I hate doing so much. I love yard work, but I hate weed eating. If you know me, I grew up working in a cemetery, and I weed ate every single headstone. Every single one. And I hate weed eating now with a passion. But last night, so my yard is, I only have like this little tiny patch of grass. And so in my yard, it's very much covered with weeds. We killed a bunch of the weeds, but I had to chop them down. And so it took me maybe 2 hours to get it all chopped down. It looks tons better, but I cannot feel my arms. I feel like my arms are still vibrating with the, like the weed eater. I used to have the best shoulder muscles because of weed eating all through middle school and high school. Like, I had great arms, but now I do it. I was like, oh my gosh, how did I do this every single week for 3 days? 3 days straight, all week. That doesn't make sense. 3 days every week. That makes more sense. 3 days every week. Sorry. It's a long day. My brain is tired. But yeah, it's tired from weed eating. We're going to end this here because my brain isn't working anymore and we're just barely getting the show started. My arms hurt from weed eating. We'll leave it at that. There have been several videos going viral of Taylor Swift dealing with a runny nose during a show in Scotland where it was only like 50 degrees. You know, your nose runs when it gets cold. So there is one clip where she wipes her nose and you can see snot hanging off of her hand, and then she wipes it on her outfit. And you know what? It's a normal thing, especially in her defense. She is performing in 50-degree weather and not weather-appropriate outfits. And where else is she supposed to put it in the middle of the song? She's got to get rid of the snot on her face, so she's got to get rid of it somewhere. They can wash the outfits, okay? I see plenty of mothers out there that will take their toddler's T-shirt and wipe their face with it all washes off. Everybody's human. Everybody has snot. Okay? Moving on from that. Taylor Swift is human. We got to just remember that. Also, apparently we can watch the first 7 Saw movies on Disney Plus now thanks to their new Hulu bundle. There you go. Oh, it's a happy day for me. I get taco back today. I missed my pickup so much. Like, I love riding around on my motorcycle, but this little pickup that I borrowed from my brother-in-law, not my favorite vehicle to ride around in. Okay, taco, I got a bougie vehicle for a reason, and I'm so excited to get taco back. Z103, it's Katie Lee. So if you haven't heard about the issue going on within the agricultural world, which impacts all of us, agriculture impacts everybody, okay? So if you haven't heard about it, you're about to. There is a water curtailment order affecting eastern Idaho irrigators, and it was issued because they say that irrigators were found to be non-compliant with state-approved mitigation plan. And so basically, we have a really big issue going on. They've sent out orders to a bunch of farmers telling them to turn off their groundwater sprinklers and everything that waters their crops. So there's 2 different things. You have groundwater and surface water. There's farmers that use surface water that don't really have an issue right now. They're only turning off groundwater. But groundwater will basically, it'll affect over 500,000 acres across 4 counties of eastern Idaho: Bingham, Bonneville, Jefferson, and Clark. And that basically means that the water is going to be turned off, and the crops that have already been planted will not get watered, which will cause a lot of farmers to go bankrupt because their crops are going to die. Their crops are their livelihood. That is how they make money, and so they continue to keep growing our food. So with that, we're raising awareness about this so everybody can understand the issue with this, because if you're not a farmer, that's totally fine, but it affects you too, because the farmers, they grow our food. You got sugar beets for, these are the top 5 commodities in Idaho: potatoes, sugar beets, dried beans, hay, and then wheat, and then obviously one more, barley. So without water, the crops will die, and then you won't get your table sugar. You won't get cakes, cookies, breads. You won't get your alcoholic beverages. You won't get flavoring agents for your cereals, and you won't get pasta, noodles. So this is a big thing that impacts everybody, and so everybody needs to be made aware of this situation, and hopefully the order will be canceled or resolved in a better way that's not going to cause farmers to lose all of their crops for this year. Because the big issue, they brought this order in after everybody planted their crops. So everybody, let's just pray for an end to this whole crazy thing that is going on. I would like to request that Jamba Juice gets in on this whole thing that's going on. There's a place called Smoothie King that's giving away smoothie kegs so people can create a batch drink to enjoy by the pool. And I'm not going to lie, this looks super, super sweet. So Jamba Juice, maybe you should jump on this cool train too, because a smoothie keg, absolutely. Yesterday was another tour stop for the IMZ 103 tour. It was great. I made so many friends in Rigby. And so if you would like to see where we're going to be next week, I've got it posted over on our social media pages: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Threads at Z103 Idaho. Got the list right there. And I'm going to have some more friendship bracelets to give to you because I want to be your friend. Z103, it's Katie Lee. Listen, I need to complain, not like really complain either. I don't know. I'm trying to wrap this all around my brain. So back when I was young, the style was gaucho pants and then the platform flip-flops by Soda, okay? Guess what's coming back? Guess what's already back in Walmart? The platform flip-flops. Those suckers that you walk wrong and you break an ankle. Yeah, those babies are back. And honestly, I'm kind of excited for this. If my dog, when I was younger, wouldn't have chewed up my flip-flops, then I definitely would still have them and I would wear them to this day. But yeah, somebody posted on social media that Walmart has the platform flip-flops. They're not the Soda brand, but they're the platform ones. Ladies, I know you know what I'm talking about. They had like the bedazzled stuff on top of it. I know they were big in like the Western world at one point, but they're back. Did gaucho pants come back too? Because I loved gaucho pants. They were so comfy. If we could bring back gauchos and those platform flip-flops, ooh. I'm gonna get my sparkly belt and my bubblegum monkey shirt. What was that? I can't even remember what brand of shirt that was, but it was a monkey with a bubble gum, blowing a piece of bubble gum. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. Anyways, platform flip-flops, they're back. Protect those ankles, though. I don't think my ankles are as good as they once were, though. What is something you will always splurge on because you love it? 208-524-1033. For me, I will always splurge on good ice cream. I will never, ever get cheap ice cream. I am very frugal. Like, I make sure that I get off-brand food items all the time, off-brand bath products, things like that. But ice cream is one thing that I will never, ever cheap out on. I love ice cream. My go-to right now is the Tillamook brownie batter. It's part of their chocolate things going on. So, yeah. Always going to have good ice cream. Over on our Facebook page, Z103 Idaho, Bobby says fireworks. Marie says my dog's in the gym. Leslie, tattoos. Leslie, I like the way you're thinking. Jody, I love this comment. Jody says Tillamook cheese or really anything Tillamook. See, my ice cream that I get is Tillamook. Tillamook is good. Amy, massages. Veta says good linens. That's a good one. All right. What is something you will always splurge on because you love it? 208-524-1033 or go comments on Facebook at Z103 Idaho. Z103, it's Katie Lee. All right, we're checking out the community calendar over at our website, z103.fm. So all you got to do is just click on community calendar. You can find these events. So happening today at 6 o'clock, like right now, you have the Brain Health Protecting Your Cognitive Assets at the Idaho Falls Family YMCA. And then also today and the 14th, you have Longfellow Elementary Drama Club presents Annie Jr. That starts at 7 p.m. So you can check that out. Happening Saturday, we got the Scenic River Classic 5K, 10K half marathon. So details on all of these, z103.fm. Just click on community calendar. I have a feeling as soon as I say this, somebody's going to want to try it. So it's not my fault if anything happens, okay? So there is ramen that is so spicy that you could die? I don't know. But Denmark just banned TikTok's favorite brand of ramen noodles, and because they claimed it so spicy that they could be deadly. A Korean brand called Samyang, they banned 3 versions. It's including one called a buldak hot chicken ramen, 3 times spicy. Oh, buldak. Sorry. And then another that's 2 times spicy. Thing about it is that my buddy actually got this, and he said it was fantastic. And I've seen it all over TikTok, yeah, but he said it wasn't that spicy. But Denmark's Ministry of Food announced that they pulled them for having too much capsaicin. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. It's the stuff that gives peppers their heat. And they claim the amount in a single pack is so high, there's a risk you could develop acute poisoning. But it's only Denmark that's banning them. No, I found them at Albertsons not too long ago, so I feel like you're fine. My friend tried them. Cardi B tried them. So maybe it's just Denmark that can't handle the spice. Mitski here on Z103. The Idaho Falls Community Hospital Riverfest, presented by Idaho Central Credit Union, Mountain View Hospital, and Riverbend Media Group, is happening Snake River Landing in Idaho Falls, July 4th. I know, we're all excited about it. There's going to be bounce houses, fireworks, all kinds of things, live bands. I'm going to be there. My friends are going to be there. You're going to be there. So it's going to be fun. Just make sure that we all wear sunscreen that day. I will be lathering up on the sunscreen that day because I am not getting sunburnt again this year. Z103 is Katie Lee, and I'm out of here for the day, my friends. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Y'all stay safe, stay legit, be awesome, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for listening to Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Katie Lee on Z103 is hosted by Katie Lee and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.